Hello. Hello. What are we doing today? Welcome, Rance Boy. Welcome. Brain lagging a little bit. Oh, it's clearly lagging because my face is moving. Nice. All right, fixing the lag. The lag has been fixed. Welcome. Okay. So, oh shit. We didn't fix the lag. The capture card lag is still there. Wait. There we go. Nice. Armored, welcome. Hey, how's it going? How you doing? Because I haven't slept yet? Jeez. That's, I can't remember the last time I haven't slept. Like, I've definitely stayed up before, but I think I haven't been awake for like a 24-hour period in a very long time. My old man body would collapse. 7 a.m. for you? True. That's early enough that you can still go to sleep and pretend like it was a normal time to be sleeping. But yeah, when was the last time? Can't even think of when the last time. Only do that when you stream extra late, otherwise I'm pretty strict about forcing myself to bed. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I should learn Archer. I wanted to do this last time.
Perfect.
How are you with horror games? I'm not huge on them. I've played the Dead Space franchise, where I played 2 and 3, and it was pretty fun. I've played like Resident Evil 1, 4, yeah, 1, 4. I haven't played 2 Remake. I kind of wanted to, but I've already watched a playthrough of it. I'm trying to think of like what other horror games I've played. Have you heard of the game Mouthwashing? Yeah, I've watched like a little bit of it. I'm surprised Petra isn't farther ahead in levels compared to everyone else. I think it's because like the XP is kind of capped, no? Or like I was killing things in like a level 20 map. So it's not very... She's like, what, level 28? 30? She's level 30? $31. Oh, I guess it was 2 maps. She also killed, like, everybody in fucking... Sorry, I totally forgot that happened. My brain is now just remembering that happened. That was fucking sick. That was sick. Anyone else need to work on something? Need flying. What are we doing over here? Oh, can I become the this one yet? 42%. Probably not high enough. Oh, is there no master class for... Yeah, there's no Gremory equivalent, right? So I'm just gonna leave him as a bishop so he has more spellcasts. What I was gonna do there. Bernadetta is also the right class. You are the right class. I guess I could change... No, I can't. Because she's supposed to be using Hexblade. I wanted Petra to eventually get to Bow Knight. Just to do it. Yeah, I don't think she's ever getting to Bow Knight, but... I don't think she's gonna get there, but we'll see. Oh, Leonie's gonna stay an assassin, but we're gonna give her a bow. I don't know about... Yeah. Gotta say, after seeing what 4 range plus 8 movement plus Kanto can do in the right spot, it's probably a good thing Bow Knight gets terrible growths. Yes. This is correct. Oh, what the fuck? Lysithia, why are you right outside of my door? Skip. Right, I guess this is the first post-time skip map, so there's, like, gonna be a lot to do around the monastery. Oh, God. Oh, no. How terrible. Oh, God, look at all the supports. Oh, fuck. No! It is very sad, you know? I'm like, man, I wonder if we're gonna get, like, a good unit. You know, I wasn't really sure what it would be. But, you know, it makes a whole lot of sense that it's just Seteth. And I'm like, oh. It's Seteth. Well. Cool. Give me arcane crystals. Please. I need them. Please. 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 We are in fact going to feed all of the animals. An absolutely thrilling gameplay. Can you buy... Can't you buy magic bows for renown now? Probably. But I can only buy 3. There's only 3. Welcome, Unicorn. How's it hanging? We are hanging. I'm hanging. You know me. I'm definitely hang. I was like, that's not... That doesn't even remotely make sense. in any context. Oh, why do I have no renown? Why do I have no... No. Why do I have no renown? Are these really the only items I can offer? Gee. Take... No. How do I get more renown? How do I get more renown? Don't sell your bait, you're not at max professor rank yet. That's true. Oh, I can do seeds. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna make it so that I can buy 2 bows. Then we'll come back for the last one later. Let's go do... Well, I guess there's talking. See what the people have to say.
Come on. You're back finally. I thought you might have died. But I didn't have anywhere else to go, so I stayed here.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Think about forgiving you. I've been kind of lonely. As you might have noticed, we've lost a few people down here.
Well, hello. It's been a while, hasn't it? Are you
5
really
years.
so surprised to see me here? I flew here just as soon as I heard you were alive. I care more than you may realize.
Stupid brain is stupid. Stupid brain, that's stupid.
Who are you now? I will admit, hearing that does make my heart flutter a bit. So
I'm
long
glad
as
you
our efforts
came.
are aligned, I'll happily work alongside you.
Oh, power of come! The... I love all the cut-off voice lines in... It's like, what the hell is that other game we're playing? Metaphor. They just overlap and turn into brain rot. It's great. It's like every... Oh my god, wait. Oh, I'm getting old. Okay? I'm gonna be old soon. Just an old, decrepit man turning into ash. Are you... Is anyone here familiar with, fuck, it's like... I think it's called Moonbase Alpha. There's like one very specific shitpost of Moonbase Alpha where they're like, Ayu, I'm laughing for real right now. So, I was talking to, I was talking to a player who was younger than me, which, at this point, I'm like, oh man, these like, these college students are a fair bit younger than me. The point here being that he was like, man, this video's so funny. It's like brain rot. And I'm like, always has been. You simply adopted the brain rot. I was born in it. Molded by it. It's like the more things change, the more they stay the same, dude. They don't... It was always brain rot. It was never not brain rot. Like, YouTube poops were just liquefied brain rot. They just weren't very eloquent about it. So that's my I'm becoming decrepit and turning into Ash story.
Yes, my superior spellcraft is yours. It's your reward for waiting so patiently for me.
Wait, huh?
I'm sure that you need me, and that is enough. I recommend that you accept my generous offer. But
Man,
my assistant
I really need to have like a pocket sun spell.
to aid me in fulfilling my dream of restoring House Nouvelle.
You got it, ma'am. Are these voice lines the same, by the way? They sound kind of familiar. Where's Baltus? Because if I don't need to talk to the people in Abyss, that cuts out, like, half. Not really half, but it cuts out an amount that I don't have to talk to. Who the fuck is Baltus? Is Baltus not here because, did I just not recruit him on this route? Like, I forgot to recruit him? I think I forgot to recruit him, actually. Because I was reminded to recruit him towards the end of the last playthrough. Or the midway point. Yeah. Alright, this is stupid. I'm not doing this shit.
A lot of
Fuck it.
people are saying it was but it's Yuri who's saving us from.
Uh-huh. Could also be above ground, as they're somewhat accepted now, but he might also just be gone. I think I forgot to recruit him. Just dead ass. But we'll see. Oh. I hate invisible people blocking my path. I hate it. Quick time to check out my crops from 5 years ago. Let's go. I'm sure these are completely fine. Show me the crops. One of them was a golden apple. Like, I don't think we should be eating that. Why is it gold? What happened in 5 years that made it gold? It's like not a good idea.
Right.
Do you have time for a request?
Catch the big one. I forget, is that one that just kind of shows up?
Okay.
Century
Not a favorite
apple.
ask.
Yeah, it's old.
Pardon me.
Okay, let's do all these quests. And then I guess we'll talk to people.
Hey, I could use a hand.
I need a favor.
There's something in the church. Or the...
Professor?
I was
Right.
like, this part's the church part, right?
Hey, you.
Cathedral? It's like it's the cathedral. Man.
Maybe.
Yeah, I think so, boy. Hello.
Even with the church in shambles, we can still pray. The goddess will surely hear our prayers. But still, I hope the church can return to its former beauty someday.
Yeah, I don't know about that one, Chief. That one looks like it's gonna be kind of difficult to. And that one looks like it's gonna be kind of difficult to repair, Marianne. I don't know if we're. I don't know if that one's happening. Ooh, there's a note. This is Marianne. I want to be helpful, but I lack self-confidence to do so. Is it okay for someone like me to be here, or should I leave? I really want to be like, no, you have to leave. Oh, it's too bad. I guess telling them you're more helpful than you realize is maybe what they wanted. Even with magic, that's gonna take years to get back to working order. With current technology. Yeah, I've always wondered how difficult it is to restore, like, a wall of a cathedral. You know what I mean? Like, if that... Because it's very dome-like and circular. It's like, who... Like, who knows how to remake, like, this ceiling? You know what I mean?
With the return of its knights, Garrick Mach is finally coming back to life. The Church of Seros will follow you from now on. But please do not abandon the search for Lady Rhea.
Yeah, we'll find her.
I know the battles ahead will be dire, but we will support you with all our strength.
Also, so, again, this is one of those things
I
where
have something to ask of you.
I realize how stupid and kind of obvious this sounds. But, like, I was really, again, not suspending my disbelief, but not, you know, not putting it in the confirmed pile. But now that it is literally confirmed, I guess the Church of Seros is really just like, Rhea was just like, ah, yes, worship me, I mean, Seros. Yeah, like, you know what I mean? It's like the Church of Rhea. You know what I mean? It just sounds kind of off. Ah, yes, we're going to do the Church of Flame. The Church of Sethleen. You know? Like the Church of Flaris. This feels kind of off. Does it not sound weirder when it is actually like their name? Because I feel like it sounds weirder.
Oh, good. Thanks.
Feeling there's unrest everywhere these days. I hope things... Hey, how about a favor?
Low confidence. My church is excellent and my subjects love me. Low confidence, like, because I think it's strange when you name it, like, explicitly after yourself. Sure. Alright, let's catch this thing. Man, I love fishing. I kind of wonder why people like fishing minigames. Or like what part of it they like. Is it because it's basically a gacha simulator? Like,
You've done me a great service.
okay, then the rest of these are things outside. Fun fact, if you recruit Anna and get her killed. A random small child replaces Anna for the secret shop. Damn. Well, it's gonna be it's the new Anna. It's the... She's here to make money. What am I doing now? Sauna? We don't need... Oh, Ferdinand needs sauna.
No.
What else?
Oh.
I think that's it. Random brown orphan girl. Oh, is she like an Omiran urchin? Not urchint. Merchant. Oh, brown hair. Increased esteem. Damn. I was not able to make it. This game does a lot of weird small things most people will not notice. Well, why is it weird? Obviously they need to replace the shop merchant, right? Like, that makes a lot of sense. And also, I think I understand a lot more than most that when you make a game, that there's going to be a lot of content that people just don't see. Right?
Hi there.
Like, there'll be content that you prepare because you know that it's possible, and you know that in order to keep up the, like, illusion of verisimilitude for some people, you'll need to include it. And I think, honestly, like, the more times you make that decision to include that thing, and it is something that people might, like, probably will see, but not everybody, right? Like, those decisions add up. Because, like, I might see 30% of those decisions, right? Whereas another player might see a different 30% of those decisions. But when you do none of them, you end up with something like Dustborn. Where there's, like, no decisions. Like, damn. Shit. Okay, we did the sauna. Oh, we're doing food because we need Professor XP. The amount of that could have been fixed with, I need to retreat for plot. I mean, Gilbert already does that. Sedith and Flane are immortal in Silver Snow. The amount of that could have been fixed with, I need to retreat for plot. Like Anna? Oh, I guess the idea is that not, like, people don't necessarily die when they retreat. But I guess someone thought at the point in time that, hey, she dedged. Or she's battle wounded. I don't know why I need to give Flame motivation. I am not using her.
This is
We're using Catherine and Leonie. Need to get Leonie another bow.
Eating.
That. I. Ugh!
These don't matter. But for Professor XP. Oh wait, I need to train flying so that I can become a Wyvern Rider.
That?
I would.
Wait, but that means I want the sauna buff. Is there anyone else who teaches flying post time skip? Because I don't think any of my... I guess... Some of my students who have flying can teach me. So... let's... Anyway, Cynthia needs to learn more bow stuff. Fun fact, Gilbert gives the birthday for Byleth if the date is before Dimitri gets Fire Emblem Dad Therapy. Now, if only gave Annette the same attention, I think Gilbert would want nothing more than to give Annette attention. Ah, what the fuck, Lysithia? What the hell? Well, we're A support, so maybe she survives if I turn up the steam. Like, she won't randomly die, right? Don't die, Lysithia. Don't do it. Don't die. Don't pass out. Don't die. Alright, okay? Alright, we're gonna do it. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Just don't die. Don't die. Don't do it. Don't die. Don't die. Don't die. Aw, shit, she died. Damn it. Alright. So I have the not support buff. I have the learning buff. Who can I learn flying from? Oh, Bernadetta can teach me flying. Let's go. Bernie! Teach me flying. Please.
Hi there.
Where the fuck is she? Oh. She's just in her room. Bernie!
At last, I returned to my... Huh? You didn't hear that just now, did you? Right!
Alright, that was the same. Fuck! You can't teach me flying! Why can't you teach me flying? I thought it was based on, like, what skills they had. Is it not? Did they just teach random bullshit? Hey, Flame, can you teach me flying? Random question.
Professor?
There's only like 3 units I can teach flying? Oh.
No matter anything you...
What are the other ones? Because I know there's Seteth. Constance? Well, let's go check. We're gonna have to check Constance.
With the return, the Church of...
Yeah, that makes sense, boy. Guess we have to go back to Abyss. Back to Abyss. We should have recruited Ingrid. Just for the purposes of teaching me flying in the second act. Goddamn loading screens. It makes sense if Constance does teach flying, as her class in Cindered Shadows is Dark Flyer. Yeah, but she's a dancer in this one. Dancing. Hey. Fuck. I need more flying. Give me more flying. Please.
Oh, hey you, listen up. It's you. That's right. I've been here the whole... Looks like the Knights of Saros have returned.
Yep. Alright. Basically the same. Can't wait to reread a whole bunch of dialogue. It's just gonna be the same. Damn. My logic did check out. Yeah, makes sense. I hope I can get to high enough that I can pass the Wyvern Lord thing. I guess I could just, I could reclass as... Is there an earlier flying class for... Is there an intermediate class similar to Pegasus Rider, or no? Is there anything else? Not for males? Fuck! Shit! Ass! So no one else can teach me stuff. Get some more Professor XP. It's like, do we really want to fish for Professor XP? I kind of don't. Like, I don't really want to do it. I want to get to grinding. Gonna go to sleep? Alright, good night, Armored. Thanks for showing up for a little bit. Have a good sleep.
Professor, these days, so many old friends. It's incredible to see you again after 5 years. I have a feeling your name will go down in history.
Thanks. Oh, we can talk to Catherine and Shamir. That's gonna be new.
Yes.
This will be new for sure.
I'm more of a mercenary than a knight these days. I work to get paid. I never was too attached to Fodlan. I was considering leaving soon, but I might change my mind if you're around.
Wait, this sounds familiar, though. That might be, This might be the same as... Blue Lions.
In Lady Rhea's absence, I will follow you. That's what she would want me to do. Know that wherever you might lead us, I'll continue searching for Lady Rhea. Good, because I will not budge on that point. Welcome back, Professor.
I feel like maybe I just don't talk to people this run. Because this dialogue seems like it feels familiar. But for Golden Deer, we should have new people. Right?
Hello there.
Yes, I come from the Empire, but I have no intention of ever returning. This war the Emperor instigated has caused nothing but trouble and pain. I want this war to end. And that's why I'm here, fighting with you.
Perhaps. Yeah, it's just, I don't want to, I don't want to have to, like, listen to dialogue that I've already listened to, you know? Just kind of annoying. And it feels like some of them are the same, which is to be expected. I just don't want to have to, like...
I left home without telling my
There's the
father.
point that I would skip it.
Did you know that? I can just imagine my father's face contorted in anger, and the delightful words he must have used to describe me. Kind of a scary image, actually. But regardless, I've put my faith in you, Professor, and I'm hoping I haven't made a big mistake.
You have made a big mistake by being here. A huge mistake, even. Oh, maybe Petra has something new to say.
Edelgard is controlling the Empire.
She is putting the pressure on the kingdom in alliance. Empire and religion are at open war. It will be difficult for us at first, but corrupt nobles are many. That means the common people will rebel and be joining our side. With you, Professor, the battle tides will turn. I have certainty.
Nice.
A country with no king has no future. That's why I made my way here. Professor, don't let me down.
Wait, this seems new. You'll understand soon enough. Damn, that's ominous.
It's not just for my village that I'm fighting alongside you here, you know. It's also that Captain Gerald asked me, his first, of course.
Yeah, I've heard that before. I'm gonna... I do not want to listen to Leone again. Ever. Leone needs to stop talking. Forever.
The promise was made 5 years ago. But I only showed up because I hope to see you again, Professor. I've been with my family in the Empire until recently. I admit to feeling a little guilty betraying Her Majesty. But only a little. Now that we're all together again, I suppose the fighting will begin soon.
I think that was new. Talked about betraying Her Majesty. Well, 500 Professor XP, nice.
I've grown weary and impatient. These past 5 years, my hands have been bound. But now, I can finally take action with a clear goal. I'm grateful to you and to everyone.
Actually, I think a lot of Lysithia's dialogue will be different as well, because a lot of what she commented on in Crimson Flower was like, oh, I need to make sure we help Edelgard. Or something like that. What is your goal?
Down with the Empire.
Let's go!
Peace will soon follow if the Empire is overthrown. Then my parents can finally find peace themselves.
Down with the Empire.
Oh yeah, I don't know anything about rebuilding, but I can sure do my best to clean up the mess. I'm gonna keep Lady Rhea's room spotless, so she can use it right away whenever she gets back. You gotta find her,
buddy.
Professor. You just gotta.
Just don't go sifting through any drawers, okay? Ferdinand. Remember NPCs just fucking spawn in a corner like they came out from the fucking wall, right? It makes more sense when they like turn the corner and you're like, oh, they must have been around the corner. But when they just apparate, they came out of the walls. They're in the walls.
Teacher,
I live in your walls.
My nobility may seem like nothing more than a title, but I will never lose my noble heart. I will stop Edelgard, even if it costs me my life. I have turned my blade against her now. I cannot go back on that decision.
Okay, there might actually be more new dialogue than I'm giving it credit for, so we'll find out soon enough. So I guess I do need to talk to people. Damn, alright. Let's do sports. A lot of these are going to be repeats, so I'm going to skip them. But we do still want them for... Oh, these I need to go find in the... over here. Quite the interesting idea to deal with the Sothis paralogue. Do we have this? We do, right? What do you mean by interesting idea? Because I don't think we need help, right? we've done it before. Was there like something specific? Oh, for your own run. Okay. What are you cooking? Any monster in general. Okay. I feel like this run and in general, we really haven't been cracking monsters.
Professor?
And it feels like I should be.
This...
But I just like damage race all of them. Going to spec Happy as a Fortress Knight since all monsters and non-black eagles are physical attackers since golems don't exist. Huh. Does Happy have like extra resistance against monsters or something? Doesn't she? She has like some kind of do more damage or something, no? Monster related passive.
Hello.
She has a personal skill to make it so all monsters target her if she's in range. Oh, interesting. And all of her attacks are effective against monsters. Cool. So she literally has a taunt ability. It's good. Man. Mashing through all this sure is gonna be a thing. There are absolutely zero flaws to my ideas. Yeah, I'm sure Happy is the best tank ever. What is her defense growth? Like 20%? Yeah, I'm sure that's gonna go great. That's gonna go incredible. Oh, this might be new. It's Catherine.
That's enough.
Right.
Are you feeling pain anywhere, Leonie?
No. Sorry, I'm alright.
Okay.
Why are you apologizing?
Sorry, for some reason it seemed like it was a
Because
repeat.
I can't hold my own against you. And on top of that, you have to worry about hurting me. I feel like
That's
I've
kind of
let
how
you
it
down.
goes.
Do you know what I meant when I said, you're done for today?
Probably that I was about to keel over.
No, it wasn't about your physical strength. I could tell that you didn't have the will to keep fighting.
Damn!
Plenty of will.
No matter what I do, I can't win. Isn't that what you were thinking? If you think you can't win, you won't. Perhaps you already knew that.
Good point.
But never assume that you'll win. That is, don't underestimate your foe. At all times, you have to keep a clear head to make split-second decisions. In battle, mistakes are deadly.
But I don't have a crest or a relic. How could I ever hope to beat you?
If you put it like that, I'll fight barehanded, and I won't use my crest. Think you can win? Do your worst. Oh dear, I might have overdone it there. But I believe in her. I would be doing her a disservice if I pulled any punches. It's Leonie after all. She'll be back on her feet and charging at me before I know it.
Man, I want Catherine to beat the shit out of me. What is her crest anyways? Frequently raises might when using combat arts. Cool. This should be new.
Hey Shamir.
Seraphim stacks with her personal skill. That's kind of cool.
Think I'm getting pretty good? I hit closer to the bullseye today, and that felt real good.
You were fine.
Fine? That might be the nicest thing you've ever said to me, Shamir.
You take too many direct shots, though.
But it's easier if you shoot straight.
Of course it is. But if you can hit your enemy with a straight shot, you're too close. Tell me, Cyril, what's an archer's greatest weakness?
When we get too close to the enemy and we can't shoot the way we're supposed to?
Exactly. As an archer, your position is critical. Know exactly how far the enemy is and keep a minimum safe distance. Understood?
You mean to stay away from the enemies, but not too far away or my arrows can't hit them.
So you understand why you can't rely on straight shots. You have to use curved shots as well.
Curved shot? That's the combat art! The combat art's called curved shot!
From a safe range with
wow! That's crazy!
Okay, yeah, I get that. I'm gonna go practice some of those curved shots right now.
No, you won't, Cheryl. You don't have curved shot. I didn't level you.
You think so?
Oh, maybe he does because he came leveled up.
I will. You there.
Yeah, I really wish I remembered to check monster weaknesses more frequently, because I just forget that they exist. And I don't do them, and then I get confused why I'm losing. Okay, I think we talked to everybody. I'm not doing fishing because I don't give a shit. We're gonna get to A+ eventually. Struct. That's neat. Cyril gets point-blank volley, so he actually does use straight shots. Oh! That's cool. You need faith. When monsters aren't on the field, Dimitri, I've got... What? I've got a guard adjutant. Oh, is Happy a guard adjutant? Basically, no one else needs levels. Isn't it class-based? Is it class-based? I didn't know that. I just thought it was based on the person. But I think class would make a lot more sense. Oh, I should check the battalion shop. It is. It's one of the few boons of being an armored knight. Oh, cool. Cool. Yeah, I guess it wouldn't make a whole lot of sense if, like, someone had healing built in. Like, Flane had a healing trigger, but then you make her a berserker. Berserker doesn't exist in this game. You turn her into a war master, clearly. And then she still had the healing trigger. That wouldn't make a lot of sense.
It is a lot.
Yeah, there's like Bane of Monsters, Monster Piercer. You can't do that either? No. Shush. Flame can definitely become a War Master. I believe in her. I believe without a shadow of doubt. Oh, wait. You need to be learning riding and lances so that you can become a bow knight. I forgot. I forgot.
I'm always...
You know, the more I look at Catherine, the more I like her design. The thing I don't like about it is just the booba breastplate, to be honest with you. As someone who is a clear appreciator of just normal breastplates. If she was wearing a normal breastplate, I would be happy. But the booba breastplate looks stupid. I don't like it. But I like the rest of it. Petra is going to learn lances and riding. Okay. Does anyone else need to change? I don't think so. Just swords, I think. Nothing. Doesn't look like a good titty plate, even if you like them. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, there's like a bunch of different ways that I think it would look cooler, but it's not. Okay, writing. We're going to teach. Let's teach Petra. Petra has a disadvantage to writing? Fuck. Yeah.
Question, Professor.
Happy has a 15% defense rate. Like, defense growth? Captain Gerald, the Blade Breaker. I figured if I want to be a top-tier mercenary like him, I'm going to need a tough-sounding title of my own. Help me out. The Woodland Sprite? The Executioner? That's way too metal. The Raging Bear, I guess? What, did you want the Executioner or some shit? Like, what the fuck? I'm gonna be honest, RNG, when I read that,
Looks like you're...
I thought you said, give her the toe of Saros, and it's like, ah, yes, of course. That's my favorite piece of gear.
I think I got it.
My favorite piece of gear is the toe of Saros. That is my favorite. Typos on mobile SMH. What? What do you mean? I mean, listen, the toes, Theros' toes always keep me safe. I feel safe when I think of Theros' toes. I take 50% less damage from monsters. Alright. Grinding time. Yo, influencer. Guys, do I have enough renown to be an influencer? Chat. I'm an influencer, chat. Ah, this map. Ooh, beep, 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 bop, beep, ah, right. The time skip fixed all of my shit. Feels good, man. Bench. There we go. Who do we adjutant? Let's give healing adjutants. Oh, the Battalion Guild. Do I have any cool battalions that I can get? These are just the same from last time, I think.
Is that the one? Is that the one? Is that the one? Come back.
I feel like I want to put Sarah's shield on a more frail unit for something like Hegemon Husk. I don't know what that is. By the way, Aegis Shield has a 50% chance to have damage when equipped by Felix. Most people often don't know the effect rate is crest potency based, and major crest is 50%. It's a good thing we're not using Felix. We tried to have Felix be cool in our Blue Lions run, and then he was really not cool. Can I equip? Yeah! Damage reduction, baby! What was the other one I got? I bought one of the other ones. I think it was Retribution. Actually, I don't remember though. That's good. Oh, what abilities does she have? Cool. Nothing. She has fucking nothing. Wait, that means I should probably reclass her and teach her, like, Deathblow and stuff, right? Oh. Minor crests are 30%. Raphael Gem on Mercedes. New Game Plus crest items are 10%. Interesting.
More fighting.
What's my strategy?
My orders?
Oh, we have Catherine. Wait, Catherine can frontline. Cool. Get in there, Catherine.
Let's make this quick.
That doesn't kill you. Well, that explains why I only recruit Felix just to not have to fight Aegis Shield. Oh, like he'll have it if you don't recruit him. That makes a lot of sense, and it's kind of funny. Oh my god, shut up, game. I hate you. I don't want to use the 3 durability for curved shot. That helps. I do not have the durability for this shit, man. He has it in Blood of the Eagle and Golden Deer, or the Silver Maiden and Crimson Flower. Got it.
I do this for all of us.
Yeah, I do want to mention that we do have one more run after this, which is Golden Deer. And I would prefer to not have spoilers for that run, if possible. So we've done Blue Lions, Crimson Flower, and we're doing Silver Snow. Which I also haven't done this route, so... yeah. Because if I didn't recruit Felix, because I probably won't, and this asshole shows up with Aegis Shield, I'm just gonna be like, God damn it. Grr, angry. Oh shit.
I'm awake.
More fighting.
He always has it as an enemy. You recruit Felix so you get to fight Kingdom General, who is much easier to deal with. Yeah, that's fair. I actually kind of want to recruit not a lot of students in my last playthrough, so that I can fight more of them. See what their like special things are. Because I know when we had to fight Petra, it was like nightmare fuel. You're doing Golden Deer, I challenge you to get Lysithea to 108 magic attack using Luna. You can do something very funny with her. Wait, why? How would I get her to 108 magic attack? Isn't that, like, impossible? Bloodthirsty for the students, huh? Yeah, I actually just really want to kill all of them. Like, I want to kill them so bad. A lot of stat boosters and buff stacking. I mean, if I remember, I guess I'll do it, but... Also, I guess this is the thing, is... I don't know if I'm going to be allowed to use Lysithea in my last run, you know? Because chat hates me. That's why. In case you were wondering, it's because chat hates me. And they're gonna donate to tell me that I can't use Lysithea. Because I've already used her for like 3 runs. Though I can't really think of what I would want to do in the last run. Because we've already done like generic Grimory stuff. We did this Magic Archer build, which I think was pretty sweet. We can have her be Magic Brawler. Hell yeah. Just have her run up to things and die like Dorothea is in this current run. Just have her run up to people and Hexblade and fucking die. Blitgang Swordmaster. Yes, that would certainly be possible.
An encouraging display.
It's like the run that gives you Lysithea to start with and not using Lysithea. Listen, man. The rules are that if chat donates and tells me to do something within some degree of reason, like I wouldn't bench Lysithea for $2.
Thanks so much.
But I'd probably bench Lysithea for like $20. You know. Those are just the rules. It's how it works. I take bribes, I guess is what I'm saying. And unfortunately, to propagate the idea that I take bribes, because I do, despite the fact that I would want to use Lysithea in every single run forever, for the rest of time,
I'll follow your example.
I would bench her for $20. At the start of the run, of course, not like mid-run. Speaking of Petra, her difficulty comes mostly from her battalion. For some reason, Imperial General doesn't run a battalion at all on some routes, and in others, she has inferior Empire Raiders. I thought the problem with Petra was that she has that, like, weird dodge passive. That's like, you can't attack her from a range. You can't attack her from range. Is it Keen Intuition? Is that the one? Plus 30 avoid when attacked from distance. Yeah, exactly. I think that was the issue. It's just difficult to hit. Imperial General also runs Keen Intuition and Alert Stance Plus. However, Bridget Hunters are another 20 avoid on top of that, and in a game with 2 random number, the difference between facing 40 hit and 20 hit is huge. Yes. This is accurate. Also, what the fuck is this? Why are these guys moving already? What the hell? This has never happened before. This has never happened in the history of Dota.
just like that.
Maybe I could have healed Linhardt. Not Linhardt. Ferdinand with Lin. This will be fine. I think. No, it's not. Maybe?
Apologies.
My poor magic bow. This is so sad.
That helps.
Was that wise?
So wait, what is the... What's the battalion that the replacement unit gets? Oh, the XP. Oh, mother... Fucking... Ferdinand, we need you to dodge, my dude. Please.
I'm awake.
That is stupid. I hate that. I hate that. Why would you do that?
Thank you. Ready for anything.
I was really hoping we get a leg stance, but we can't. Feels bad, man. For Petra's replacement, Imperial General, she either runs no battalion at all, or she uses Empire Raiders. Yeah, the thing that I was wondering about was, like, what is the stat line? So... I'm just curious, like, what stats they would give them. Because, obviously, 20 Avoid is, like, a lot. But if they don't give them 20 Avoid, then what did they give them then?
Apologies.
You would assume that you would want to make the challenge as similar as possible, but I guess if they don't, right? Alright, screw it. I'm just gonna...
My orders?
I don't need to kill the thing because I'm gonna be doing this.
That helps. So sorry.
I'll crush them all.
I will prevail.
Hey, Ferdinand, don't die. Please. God damn it, Ferdinand. You had one job. We have to redo everything.
I do
I'm
this
just gonna
for
run
all
away.
of us.
I'm just not dealing with this shit.
What's my strategy?
More fighting.
Empire Raiders level 5 is 7 physical attack, 10 avoidance, 4 physical defense, and 7 charisma. Or charm. Okay.
Ready
So
for
you have to deal with like half as much of the avoid from the battalion. Oh, I have fucking Chalice of Beginnings equipped, that's why.
I'm awake.
It didn't have the avoid ring on.
Back to the fray.
And for Gore, we did that.
Let's make this quick.
Sunshine.
Apologies.
I will prevail.
It's assuming Imperial General actually runs a battalion. Well, yeah. Like, the thing that I was thinking was...
My orders?
Listen, like, when you make the map, you kind of go like, okay, well, I want the player to need to deal with these problems, right? So, we're gonna make them deal with an avoid tank. So, hopefully, they can figure out a way to deal with an avoid, like a dodge tank. Or, like, we're gonna put this group of archers behind this group of swordsmen. Right? So it's like planning encounters. It's very strange to me that they would heavily nerf an encounter just because there isn't a student there. But we can acknowledge that, you know, Petra has a very high speed growth, so presumably she gets more speed. Like, they give her more of a speed stat, right, when you're fighting her. There's a lot of guys. Like, too many guys. But yeah, clearly the unit is worse. The non-student unit is worse. But they're still trying, like, I guess what I was thinking about, or was wondering about, was, oh, I wonder if they gave them, like, like, they completely changed it. So what if they made it a 8 protection battalion instead, right? Stun. Sometimes the stat difference between a student and their replacement boss is huge. Compare Lorenz and Alliance General. Alliance General is weaker in every stat by a significant margin, unlike most replacement bosses who are statistically near identical to they replace. That's cool. I mean, that's what I'm basically talking about, right? Is that it seems very weird to replace an encounter with something different, right? Like, you would assume that replacing the unit is more of a concession to just making sure that the narrative works, right? Like, it has nothing to do with like them actually trying to reward you difficulty-wise for like recruiting a student. I don't think that was the intention, right? So I'm trying to think of in my head, like, why would they make the encounter worse? Like, is there an actual reason? Like, either technical, like, maybe it was a technical reason. I don't know what technical reason that could possibly be. But maybe it was a technical reason.
Apologies. So sorry.
They've put random bullshit on. Like, I don't see why you wouldn't be able to just set the stats. Or, I guess you can't give them Bridget Hunters, because that doesn't make sense. Because if it's not Petra, then they're not from Bridget. It just doesn't make sense. Are there any generic, like, 20 avoid battalions? Because maybe it's because, like maybe that's the reason, right? There's no generic 20 avoid battalions.
Let's make this quick.
Sunshine.
That helps.
My orders? Any merit I have,
I will prevail.
I'll crush them all.
Was that wise?
Apologies.
Ready for anything.
Okay, most replacement bosses just run generic equipment like silver weapons. There are a few cases where the replacement boss has an offensive gambit while the student doesn't. There are a few cases where the replacement boss has an offensive gambit while the student doesn't. So the student wouldn't have an offensive gambit, or would? It's more that replacement bosses stick with generic battalions. They'll use the usual C to A rank battalions associated with their faction. Yeah, so I think just for, like, lore reasons, right? That they felt like it would be strange to give them a battalion that, like, isn't from the generic faction. However, they already make this is basically what I'm thinking. They already make classes that are like not real. Like there's the War Master, right? The female War Master. That already doesn't exist. So why can't they just bullshit battalions to be like, oh, the Empire Raiders, but it's like the elite Empire Raiders, and then like that battalion just doesn't actually exist, right? Like, I wonder why they drew the line there. Just so that the stats are the same, right?
More fighting.
Yeah, no, there are a ton of unused battalions in the game's code. Even then, all battalions are reused in the same pool of generic models.
What's my strategy?
Yeah.
I will not let down my guard.
Oh, it's just like a curiosity, right? Like it's not like, oh, they're stupid. It's just like an interesting note, and then I really do wonder like what the like encounter designer would have been doing. Like what were they thinking when they did that? Because I don't know, maybe they were like they want to promote you to recruit students so that you don't like have to suffer as much. Like maybe that was actually what they wanted to do. One second. Whoa, Lycithia MVP? What I was saying earlier, Crimson Flower 17, Sylvain runs Gautier Knights, which have Stride. Kingdom General runs Blue Lions Cavalry, which has linked horses. Oh, interesting. Yeah, those are completely different. Maybe, but that's a very strange incentive because it's not only impossible for a new player to know it, it's also nearly imperceptible if you don't look for it. Yeah, exactly. That's why it's like, I don't know. I guess to make the player feel rewarded wasn't the right, like, term, right? Yeah, I don't know. It's just weird. It's just strange. Maybe the students excel and would logically be assigned better units from the enemy's army. Yeah, I think the thing that makes the most intuitive sense to me is that, like, is simply that the students are to be perceived as better units than a generic unit. Right? It's just like, we want the students to feel like cool units. We don't care as much about the generals or whatever being cool units. For all of us. But yeah, like if you want to win a war, don't you want your generals to actually be good? Sure. Hold on, what are these guys? 32. Man, Leone sucks. I'm glad that crit actually hit. No, it's more that all the student characters have battalions associated with them. Every single student has one. Yeah, and I understand that part. But the question was more like, they flub the stats on classes all the time. Why stop at flubbing battalions? Right?
I'll crush them all.
truly impressive.
Man, turns out having a relic brave sword is kind of broken.
Apologies.
That's crazy. Probably can't do that.
Let's make this quick.
Oh, you know what? I suppose I could just
I will
use Petra to finish this guy off.
What's my strategy?
Do I have healing items? I do! I'm gonna get my concoction. Unless you're Annette holding Crusher, a one-range weapon and not an actual spell. Yeah, it's so bizarre that Annette has like a weird axe relic thing. These battalions only show up on enemy appearances for these students or require the student to be recruited to obtain. Yeah. I understand that part. But again, like, why not just make, like, the elite raiders of the Empire and then
I do this for all of
give
us.
them, like, 10 more evasion or 10 more avoid? Seems, like, very easy to do.
Impressive as always.
Like, I genuinely think the actual reason is that they just wanted the
Ready for
students to be
anything.
cool, and they didn't want the generals to be cool. Which is fine. Like, that's a completely reasonable reason
More
to do
fighting.
that. Right.
Did the trick.
But the thing is, there could also be something like, oh, well, we balanced it one way, and then we never actually changed the value on the thing. Because that also happens, right? If you picture how much goddamn, like,
That helps.
how many goddamn battles they need to tune, it's like, oh, shit, I forgot to change the value on this thing. Like, oh, well, whatever. It's fine.
I'll crush them all.
Catherine's level 24. I should help her. That was very funny in the final map of Crimson Flower. After you killed Gilbert, Annette running in with the useless axe and no real plan. Yeah, that shit was funny. Even without the battalions, the students would still be incredibly strong, especially Felix, Petra, and Lysithea if she was given Thyrsus. Mercedes would actually be troublesome if she had good spells in battle at Tilting Plains. Yeah. I mean, I already felt like her reinforcements were annoying as fuck.
My orders?
But yeah, if she decides to actually attack you, she's pretty annoying. Because she has, like, doesn't she have, like, Aura? Something like that? She has an attacking spell. And the reason I know she has an attacking spell was because I wanted to send my Byleth in there, and then he fucking died immediately. Like, fuck. I'm gonna wait here. There are elite battalions. Each of the 3 nations have 3, and the church has 4. They require A authority to use, and they're among the most powerful battalions in the game. Well, yeah, I mean, like, even if it's not elite, like, come up with a different name. It's like specialist. I don't know. Literally any word. Any descriptor. I could be like, hey, look at how cool these guys are that are slightly different from the other guys. Well, I guess Lysithea doesn't need XP anymore because she already mastered this class. She can stop attacking. Fuck. Wait. Why'd you go from attacking to not attacking to what though? He'll probably be fine. Okay. Would be cool if they gave Lorenz Thyrsus and made him a class that couldn't use spells. That'd be hilarious. Fun fact, the zombie Remire villagers have unused battalions with the undead villagers as well, but in the final, zooming in on the map, you see normal soldiers with a zombie leading them. That's kind of funny. Mercedes is too busy healing the Raptor Knights to attack most times. I don't know what to tell you. My Tilting Plains battle was miserable.
I can't die yet.
I did not have a good time. Nice crit.
That took too much.
They're just arrows. Oh, those are the battalions. Oh, I can attack you. Got him.
Helpful.
Just use an existing name and give them different stats from the one the player can use. 99% of players wouldn't know anyhow. Yeah, exactly. 100%.
Thanks.
Indec having retribution on an A-rank battalion is crazy. Is it? Crazy as in like bad or crazy as in good? Because I think battalion or retribution is fair. Like it's not really fair, but it is an A-rank piece of gear, right? So that's why I think it's fair.
I will not let down my guard.
Blue Lions Road giving you early retribution, meanwhile. Good crazy. Yeah, I mean... Like, I think it's fine to give the player fun things to do, you know? Like, the game is supposed to be beat. You are supposed to beat the game. So...
Good idea.
And I don't think it's necessarily out of line that, like, an A-rank battalion gives you an ability.
Make this quick.
There's literally Goddess Stance on one of them, right? And Blessing? Blessing is on, like, a B-rank battalion. Can we talk about Anna having a monopoly over everything? Wait, what do you mean? I actually don't know. What is that? For normal gameplay where you don't make one stupidly strong dodge tank / vantage unit, retribution is a strong but fair gambit. Yeah. Exactly. Which I would even say, like, someone figuring out making a half-decent dodge tank and then having retribution is still, like, it's still fair. I guess, like, within the realm of... If we anticipate that players aren't going to just go online and, like, Google what the dominant strategies of the game are, then, like, it can be fun to figure out, like, oh, I have this person who dodges really well, so I'm gonna give them retribution. Or someone could just as easily come to the conclusion that, like, oh, I have a Fortress Knight, so I'm gonna give them retribution. Or, like, I have a Sword Master, so I'm gonna give them retribution. But it's like, all of these make sense, right? And it's, like, locked behind a late game thing, so whatever, I guess.
Don't let me die for nothing.
Petra! Petra! Kill them, Petra! Heal! Heal! Heal, Petra.
I'll follow your example.
I was actually thinking about this the other day too, because like I think people don't realize or recognize like how not unequal, like how unequal the roles are frequently in video games. I was watching some footage of a Dark Souls boss, and like if you think about it, like why the fuck do Dark Souls bosses get to do like 8-hit combos that you need to like dodge 7 times to get through? You know what I mean? It's like, where is our 8 attack combo that the boss needs to dodge or fucking die? It's like, that's just the roles are unequal, right? So it's like we get 10 units, the you know, computers get 4 meteor casters and like 70 units total. Like 100 units total with reinforcements, right? So that's why I often think like the more broken strategies in games are not that they're like intended. Like they don't expect every single person to do them all the time. But it's sort of like it's probably fair game, you know, to min-max a little bit. Like they're expecting you to do something to win the game, right? And I guess another way that this kind of sunk in with me was balancing flag bearer, because I was always upset that people would like do things that I felt like were a little too broken on the character, and I was like, I feel like that should be nerfed, because like I don't think this is fair, right? So I thought like there was one patch cycle where I was basically like, nah, if they do this, they're probably winning, and that's fine. Right? It's just like, I mean, you can give yourself Reflect Haste. That's literally a common, uncommon synergy that you can build on Flag Bearer. It's like, yeah, I mean, shit, dude, you got it. Like, damn. What's another one? Multiple Aura Excels. I don't know. Oh, actually, one that I won with recently, for all the people who haven't played Flag Bearer, it's a mod of Slay the Spire that I made. But one thing I actually won with recently, which I haven't won with, and it's funny because the run immediately after it, I almost won with this like build, but the problem was I didn't have enough block for the heart. I didn't have like any dex scaling or inspiration scaling. Was fucking Frozen Hourglass and Suspend stuff. Like I just got an early Frozen Hourglass and then drafted like every single Suspend card under the sun, and then I'm like, wow, this is just broken. Like I draw 10 cards a turn and start my turn with like 10 energy. This is so broken. And it's like, yeah, I mean, if you get Frozen Hourglass and then you have like 2 Suspend energy cards, and then like, I mean, like, yeah, that's the point. You got the thing. You're supposed to win. That's the, like, yeah. Now, mind you, you still have to play the game. It's not like I was handed the win for free. But it's like if you're doing something powerful, that's kind of like intended, right? Anna's basically the owner of every main market to a point that she has a monopoly over stat boosters and accessories. That's funny. What I'm more frustrated by in 3 Houses is that even though enemies can use combat arts now, generic enemies don't run them. Basic enemies can use combat arts? I actually didn't know that. Welcome back, Rance. Enemy AI has been coded to be capable of using combat arts, and some bosses do run them, but they're not distributed among the generic enemies. Well, yeah, my understanding of that is that things like archers, for example, don't need curved shot because they just start with +2 range. They just don't curved shot you. Because they're given something else to compensate for it. Dark Souls 1 bosses usually had simple attacks. And then they just gave them more and more as games went on, which was annoying to me. I suppose so. It probably depends. trying to think of, you know, what bosses had stupid attacks that I didn't like. I think I had a decent bit of difficulty with Artorias. That's his name? It's not Artorias. Is it? The Knight guy. Wolf Knight. Wolf Knight. Honestly, I'm happy they don't have combat arts RNG. Having to check every generic for the possibility of them being able to deal 5 extra damage would suck so much. Yeah. It's kind of like Exodia. The moment you pull it off, you should win. Yeah, because, like, Exodia is not... Like, you have to do a lot to get to Exodia. And then if... The thing is, if it becomes too degenerate, then, like, they'll... You know, they'll ban cards, which they have in Yu-Gi-Oh! But... It's kind of like if you worked to putting 5 cards in your hand, like, I mean, congratulations.
I'm a quick...
Shamir, Knight of Seros, cheating by running bow range +2 and bow range +1 at the same time is the exception, not the norm. What do you mean the exception, not the norm? Literally, archers at the start of the game have bow range like +2. Do they not? Like, cause this is the thing, you have to think about this. It's not... It's not balanced. Look, balance is not... The enemies get to use combat arts, and I get to use combat arts. This is what I'm saying. Is that bosses in Dark Souls have 6-hit combos. Players do not have 6-hit combos. Right? The conceit here is that Dark Souls expects you to be able to roll through 6-hit combos. Bosses cannot roll through 6-hit combos. Like, the rolls are unequal. And that's the point. Right? It's unequal and kind of in favor of the player if they're skill-based. Like, if you have skill or mastery over the system, you should be at the advantage in all of these systems. Which we talked about this a little bit at the start of the Metaphor stream, but the idea is that AIs in video games are supposed to be relatively predictable so that the player can formulate plans and then, like, execute those plans. So, in order to make the AI more predictable, we don't give them combat arts. Instead, what we do is we just say that archers have more range. Which is really annoying when you're trying to curved shot at an archer and they have the same range as you. And it's like, I thought the point of this is that I get to attack them from far away. It's like, no. Like, why do they have Poison Strike? Or, like, why is Poison Strike good for enemies but not good for players? Well, because, like, they need Poison Strike to have a little bit of extra damage in the early game to deal with the player. And then also it's, like, pretty good against, like, defense reduction strategies, or high defense strategies. Victorious was also easily the fastest boss in Dark Souls 1, aside from Menace. They have normal archer range +1. Am I losing my mind? It's a class skill. Your archers also have it. Fire Emblem is mostly fair in that regard, as outside of certain major bosses, what the enemy can do, the player can do with effort. You might be mixing up your experience using curved shot from an archer sniper against a bow knight, or trying to use curved shot with your discount Byleth build against archers. No, I'm talking about, like, the very first chapter. So maybe this is before... This might have been before I had archers. So archers have bow range +1, correct? That is just a feature of the class. So in Chapter 3, I wouldn't have any archers yet. They're all just lords. Yeah, so I guess the idea is that it's not as if those abilities are inaccessible. Right, like, that's not the point we're discussing. They are accessible to both the player and not the player. I guess the thing that I was surprised by, because again, like I thought about this, right? And the thing that I was surprised by was that I can't get an advantage for using a bow in the early game. Because when I try to contest an enemy archer with a bow in the early game, it doesn't do anything. The reason for that is because I don't have any archers yet. I just simply don't have bow range +1 yet. So, which that even is to say that having curved shot, right? Like if your archer has bow range +1 and the computer has bow range +1, but you have curved shot, it is unequally balanced so that you can do better than them. Because they can't curved shot. So you can attack from outside their range, but they cannot. Right? With enough stamina, one could technically do a long combo, but yeah. This is correct, Berg, but like, it's not... It doesn't do you a whole lot of good against a boss with pseudo-infinite poise. Yeah, that's what I said, RNG. Yeah, that's correct. Because, again, the reason was because I thought about that at the time, and I was like, oh, this is like an interesting... Well, I felt bad, obviously, at the time. But I was wondering about, like, why that was the case. Oh, I guess generals frequently get counterattack and rattle immunity. That's one that we don't really have access to. Barring the DLC item for counterattack. Can you get rattle immunity on anything?
You see, I could do.
Monsters are also definitely in equal roles. I don't think I care about doing the rest of those. Don't think there's anything that gives you stats immunity. Only cure it with restore. Oh, you can cure it with restore. That's interesting. I actually didn't know that. Not to mention, if we get all the super armor and second forms bosses get, we would wreck them. I mean, yes, that's the point. It's a status like any other. I don't know why, like, in my head, it kind of assumed that, like, it would be...
Hey there, Professor.
It would be the same. But yeah. Anyways, the main thing that I wanted to get at was that, like, I think that it takes keen design to be able to make unequal roles fun. Or, like, you have to think about it, right? Because I think people's conception of balance is often like, whoa, both people should be able to do both things, right? Which is, like, not really how it works most of the time. Like, that's important for PvP games, because we're functioning at the same axis. But against CPUs, it is not the same. I think that's going to be it. I think I'm going to do my second explore and the second grinding thing off stream, because I have to go. Reclass her before I forget. You go back to sniper.
I hope.
Save. Okay. Honestly, that should be a mode in Black Myth Wukong at the end of the game. I want the bosses to be forced dodging and watching my animations. They killed me so much and then I had to roll and watch their whole dance routine. Good morning, chat. I feel like I will krill myself of fawn over. Sorry if you discussed the topic already or not. Who I did not mention it, but yes, if people did not see, I guess before I go, people did not see, Fauna is graduating. I didn't actually watch the 5-minute video, but I gathered as much. It's fawn over, dude. Honestly, I saw a post that was like talking about how usually when like the talents that have been graduating recently are complaining about like direction or like creative direction, which is like unfortunate, you know. It's kind of like, damn. What kind of nerd watches VTubers? Do you know what I'm actually sad about with Fauna graduating? I know that this is like super lame and whatever, which I also have a couple friends who I know watch Fauna, so I'm sure they're distraught right now. But I have a Hinata deck in Magic the Gathering, and I wanted to make a proxy of Hinata, which was Fauna, because Hinata is a Kirin. So I was like, oh, that's kind of cute. I can make a Fauna proxy, and then, because it's a Kirin, it makes sense. But now that she's graduating, I don't want to finish that. No Fauna plus Enna. Northern... Oh, yeah, collab. Yeah, that's not gonna... Well, but here's the thing, right? Is... If she's going indie, which she probably is, I imagine people will be watching or stalking her past life to see if she comes back. Then maybe she can collab with Northern Lion, you know? The only good thing is Shondo X Lemon Leaf collab. Is that a real thing? Did they say they were gonna do that? Because that's hilarious. It is always really funny, I think, whenever it's like, who could we never collab with as a corpo, like, VTuber? Like, there is no way you could ever collab with Shondo. Ever. Like, no corpo VTuber would ever collab with Shondo ever for any reason. They were friends a long time ago. That's good. I'm happy for them. In the same way of, I guess, acknowledging people's, you know, past lives and stuff. I think something I appreciate, kind of similar to what I said about, like, the SMT series and stuff, is that, like, these people are, like, creatives who have been doing their thing for a long time. And I really appreciate knowing, like, the background on, like, how long they've been doing stuff for. Like, it really makes me appreciate, I guess how much what's the term here? It's like, I value their ability to entertain, basically. Like, these people didn't come out of nowhere, right? Like, they've been entertainers, comedians, etc. for an amount of time. And I think that it shows. One that I actually thought in particular that I was, I guess you could say, inspired by, I definitely at around, I think, the 1 year mark, I was, like, pretty down on myself. Was pretty down on myself, I think, about a year in. Doki. I found Doki's stuff, and it was like, she's been doing content for like 3 years before she got sent to Hollywood, right? It's like she been around. I am like coming up on 3.5 years. Right? Now, mind you, I guess Doki at 3 years was like 60 viewer Andy playing Apex or something. But, I don't know. It's just cool. It's cool to acknowledge and be like, damn, those people have been around. Apparently Pippa has been around for like a bajillion years, which I don't know anything about that, but that's cool. I appreciate or respect the hustle. But, yeah. I have to go. So, sorry, I do think it would have been funny if, like, literally, like, Fauna as Fauna collabed with Northern Lion. That would have been fucking hilarious. There's a ton of people who will be big when the time comes. I truly believe you're one of those. Damn. I appreciate the confidence. I don't really believe it, but, you know, we're here to have fun. I don't! You're fucking banned, Unicorn. I'm banning you. Yeah, I don't think so as well. But, I don't know, we're here to have fun. That's what we're doing. And yeah, that's gonna be it. So, I have to go. If you're still here, I'm going to say thank you so much for watching. Thank you for being here. I appreciate your support as always, and I'll see you next time. We should be picking up again on maybe Wednesday? Can I do Tuesday? No. Probably Wednesday. It'll be Wednesday. So, alright. See y'all later, everybody. And, goodbye. As much as I'd like it, I don't have my hopes up. Yeah, it's fair. Alright. See you later, everybody. Bye-bye. Bye.